I'm Leah Aden with the Legal Defense Fund, and I have the honor of presenting this case before the Supreme Court at oral argument, but to be supported by a team of attorneys who engaged in a trial where we reached a majority decision that South Carolina CD1 is a racial gerrymander. I also have the privilege of representing the South Carolina State Conference of the NAACP and Mr. Ty Scott, who represent the thousands of voters impacted by today's decision. So for anyone who lives in South Carolina and is being honest, CD1 as drawn is racially discriminatory. Black voters were harmed in service of the majority party entrenching itself in power in CD1. To avoid that reality, the majority of the Supreme Court issued a disgraceful decision today that repackages that fact and a volume of facts that underpin it to characterize the bleaching of more than 30,000 Black voters out of Charleston County in CD1 as merely partisan, a partisan fight, which the legislators have publicly disclaimed during the map drawing process. The majority ignores and rewrites the facts the district court found, substituting itself as a fact finder. In case after case, the Supreme Court has said that that is not its job to act as a fact finder, yet the majority did so here. The same is true for the majority's rewriting of case law that has governed racial gerrymandering cases. As Justin Kagan decried, this opinion greenlights governmental bodies to hide behind partisanship when the court divested itself of policing partisan gerrymanders in the Rucho case. And the Supreme Court now divests itself of protecting Black voters from racial gerrymandering, at least in South Carolina, if not beyond. While it is good that the court recognized that the intentional vote injury claim that we also brought is distinct, we will now have to assess what that means for going forward, as the court has remanded that claim as part of its decision today.
I'm President Brenda C. Murphy of the NAACP South Carolina State Conference. Today, the Supreme Court has failed the American people. Voting rights have taken another gut punch, and the future of democracy in South Carolina is dangling by a thread. Make no mistake, though, we are not backing down from this fight. Despite today's news, the South Carolina State Conference of the NAACP will continue to utilize every resource we have at our disposal to ensure Black South Carolinians have an opportunity to make their voices heard in another pivotal election. This is what advocacy in action looks like.
Very, very disturbed about the outcome. It's as though we don't matter, but we do matter, and our voices should be heard. It's sad to see the decision after 3 federal judges ruled that we would racially gerrymandered, but we won't stop. We continue to move forward. We continue to stay positive, and we continue to challenge the injustices.